All right. So once again, joining us today is Martin Hyde, who was the first to file to run for the Sarasota City Commission. And now I understand you were saying there's been 7 more.
Indeed. It's quite remarkable in a city with 37,000 registered voters to have 8 that actually want to serve on the commission is something. That's probably a good thing. People get a chance to be a wide, diverse range of people. I'm not sure all of the candidates are terribly serious candidates. I think some of them are doing it for a little experience or a little exposure. But, me plus 7 others.
And this is for the at-large seat?
Yeah, there are 2 at-large seats. Everybody that's registered to vote in the city, and I hope more people do than last time. Last time it was less than 17%. But everybody gets the chance to vote, and they get the chance to vote for 2 commissioners. You're not voting for someone in your district per se. Each district, we have 3, 1, 2, and 3, already have commissioners. There's 2 commissioners that his term is expiring. Susan Atwell, who's decided that she's had enough, and I kind of get that. And Susan Chapman, who's decided to go for re-election. So essentially 1 incumbent, 2 seats available at this time, and it closes tomorrow, so anybody wants to get on the ballot, they better get it down there real quick. It'll be 8 candidates, including me.
Right.
All right,
Very
good.
cool. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but do I detect some type of accent? I could be wrong about that, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, obviously, Southern Alabama. No,
Yeah.
I've answered that question a few times over the years.
No way.
Yeah. I can't do an American accent to save my life. I've been here for nearly 20 years. I'm from London originally. If I had $1 for every time someone said what part of Australia you're from, I'd have several $100s by now. It's
Really? That's interesting.
Well, it doesn't to me sound anything like it, but I think it's because of so long. I use Americanisms. When I came here, I've said this lots of times before any of this came up politically. I had to learn to speak American, and I don't mean to be facile about it. It's true. Certain words and certain terms and certain phrases, apart from the spelling, I just got tired. I was growing up, I say tomato, but every time I say tomato, everyone says, ooh, tomato. So, I say tomato now under protest, the same way as I say semi or scheduled or route. I say all these things because otherwise you assume that I've got it wrong, notwithstanding we are actually talking English.
That's great.
Good. So when did you show up in Sarasota?
I came here to live permanently in 1999. I've been coming here since the mid-'80s. And my parents, like many people, first off, they went, I guess, to the East Coast, over to Orlando and see all the stuff there. And they did one of these 2-center vacations and ended up staying at the Colony when it was, the great resort. And one year I picked them up at the airport and I said, did you have a good time? And they said, yeah. I said, did you buy anything nice? I said, yeah, we bought a house. Okay, that's a big thing for your checked baggage. And then he said it was on a golf course. And I'm like, well, you don't play golf. And he said, we do now. And that was it. We bought into the whole thing. They came, typical snowbirds. I used to come out and see them for a week or 2 in the dead of winter from Britain. And after a few years, leaving became progressively harder. The weather obviously is a big factor, but it's more than that. It's a lifestyle, a behavior. A lot of people here in Sarasota, because of 75 from the Midwest, a nice blend of people. Most people, not all of course, but many people here are from someplace else and looking for, a comfortable life. And I was attracted to it. I worked in a fairly substantial business in London. We were successful. The opportunity came for the business to be sold. And I essentially sold myself out of a job and I came here and bought a local company that had been passed from through the family, and the time was to branch out to something new. It was something that I'd already done before, and that was it. And honestly, as much as the first year or 2, everybody that moves here, we complain about the weather and things ain't the same as what they were at home, so to speak. I've never looked back. I've always loved it here, and I've always considered this my home. This is not a stop on a journey. This is, for me, the end of the journey.
It's where you live.
Absolutely.
Very good.
We can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people here can.
We certainly can. But what particular malaise drove you to want to get on a city commission?
Okay. Are we talking, do I need to be Baker acted? You might be right. I mean, in truth, life is very good. You know, I have 4 sons. My oldest is a deputy sheriff here in the county. I got a 22-year-old and an 18-year-old, all boys, and an 8-year-old. And, you know, I have no real skin in the game. I'm not a property developer by trade. There's no financial advantage for me. There's a lot of disadvantage. You know, relatively rarely did I get the stink eye when I went into a restaurant. I do now all the time from people that, you know, have opposing views. And I got drawn in initially in wonderment how, you know, the old saying about a camel's a horse designed by committee. And in truth, when you get 5 people together, you're going to get different opinions. But it's remarkable to me in recent years how we've got it so wrong so often. And in the end, between the waste on the sunshine suit, what they did in the summer, getting together and trying to compromise the Second Amendment, and you know, one thing after another, one ball dropped after another. In the end, I said, you know, it's no good going on ABC7 and posting stuff on Facebook. If not me, then who? So everybody's asked me the same question. I don't have a good answer other than to say that so far as I was concerned, something had to be done, and I feel like I'm the right person to do something about it.
I was going to say, I think you just gave a great answer, because that's, you know, somebody, we always talk about that, how there's so many people that sit on the sidelines and complain or want something to change, but somebody has to step up and do it, you know.